Greetings, everyone. Welcome, and thank you for joining me. We are here for another collective energy check. I'd like to thank everyone in advance for supporting the channel on Cash App. You can support the channel at Priority K1 on Cash App. If you like this video and this video resonates with you, please like and share the video. And I thank you in advance, Ashe. So, I've already cleared the energy. I've already shuffled all the decks. So we're going to jump right in and basically see what Spirit has to, what messages Spirit has for us today. Sorry about that. Got little smudges on there from shuffling all the decks. But we're going to clear this energy right here, so Spirit can look in on us and we can get clear and concise messages. Thank you for your patience. Okay, so I am going to pull cards from, we're going to jump right in with the Tarot today. We're going to do some things a little bit different. And I'm going to pull cards and I'm going to interpret the rows as we go along. I'm going to interpret each row as we go along. And then I am going to go back and summarize the entire message, because the message is not going to be fully developed until the last row has been exposed. Today is November the 28th, 2025. The time is now 3:15 Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so I am going to be taking notes as we go along with this message. To start things off, Spirit is letting us know with the Ace of Swords that what this message is going to be about is the truth. So this message is the truth. Let's see what Spirit has for us. What messages do you have for us today, Spirit? Please give us a positive message. Please give us a positive message, Spirit. We got something about a house. Something about maybe a marriage. We ask Spirit to pop the card all the way out for the authenticity of the viewer of this reading. We got the King of Wands, which is a natural leader, someone who's a visionary, someone who has their own business, somebody who definitely sees the big picture, somebody who definitely can overcome challenges and that is mature and career focused. In the energy, thank you, Spirit. And we have the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is a nurturing mother, someone who is compassionate, and someone who has emotional stability, someone who is intuitive and caring and has healing abilities. Okay, and this is the truth. Spirit has revealed that Spirit is going to be revealing the truth. Okay, and on the cut, we have the Seven of Pentacles, and we have the Emperor. So we got the Queen of Cups and the Emperor in energy. The Emperor is a respectful person, a leader, someone who's stability, someone who someone who has structure, rules, and power, and authority, someone who is a father figure, someone who has protection, control, discipline, focus, and someone who is practical. Then we have the Seven of Pentacles. which is someone who has a long-term view and is hardworking. Someone who has perseverance and diligence, and someone who is sustainable, has sustainable results in investments. Okay, so we don't know what the message is right now. All we know is that we have two intuitive people who were hardworking at something. What else, Spirit? What else, Spirit? I seen the tower. So we have two intuitive people that looks like they're going to be facing the tower. About a house. Or trying to come in between a relationship. Thank you, Spirit. We got Judgment in reverse. So these two people are experiencing self-doubt, lack of self-awareness, self-loathing. They're facing punishment and destruction. On the cut, we have the Five of Wands, which means that these people are fighting each other. They are defensive, and they're doing this because they were jugglers. What else, Spirit? What other messages you have for us, Spirit? And these people are experiencing anxieties. They have worry, fear, and depression. They can't sleep at night. They feel hopeless, and they are in despair. And here we have the Eight of Wands in reverse, which means that they are experiencing frustration and delays, and they're experiencing panic. Okay, so before we go any further, we're going to dissect, interpret the first row. On the cut, we have the Four of Swords, which could be the collective energy, which means that the collective is in rest right now. And we have the Five of Cups, which means that somebody is definitely in regret. Okay, so before we go any further, we're going to interpret this first row. As of right now, excuse me, kind of haven't been feeling very well, so kind of bear with me, you guys. I'm sure you probably, if you listen to my last video, you can tell my voice hasn't been quite the same. And I thank you in advance for bearing with me. But at any rate, we have at the beginning of the message, at the bottom of the deck, on the very first card on the cut, which was the Queen of Cups. Okay, the Queen of Cups is a nurturing mother figure. Okay, and also we have an Emperor. But the point in this being the truth being revealed is we have two people in the energy that are very intuitive, that are pretty much basically under judgment. Okay, because they are feeling lack of their awareness, which means that they're not in their right frame of mind. It means that they are under punishment, and they're definitely headed for destruction because they ignored the call of their life. Instead of using their intuitive gifts for good, they decided to take the wrong path of destruction and use their gifts for evil. Okay? As a result, they are experiencing delays and frustration because whatever they intended is not going to, they are not going to have wish fulfillment on whatever it is that they set out to do. Okay, and whatever they set out to do, they definitely worked hard with the Seven of Pentacles being on the cut on the Emperor. I'm sorry, on the Queen of Cups. So, and the Emperor, because obviously these two people, they work together. Okay, but they worked hard at this, and they're experiencing frustration and delays on whatever it is that they worked hard on. And this Queen of Pentacles, okay, because on this card, on the Judgment card, the Two of Pentacles came out, which is this person, this Queen of Cups, was a juggler, which means that this Queen of Cups was operating in narcissistic energy, possibly both of them, being that this Two of Pentacles came right up under this Emperor. Okay, so these two were probably operating in narcissistic energy, okay, because this juggler card came out, okay, which means that they were having multiple third-party relationships, okay? And the Five of Wands also came out on the cut of the Judgment card, which means that they fighting each other, okay? And the Four of Swords came out, which is the collective energy, and we are at rest about all of this stuff that's going on. And the Five of Cups is they're in regret about whatever it is that they set out to accomplish. And as a result, they are not going to be able to accomplish this because they're experiencing delays. Okay, so we're going to try to I'm going to use some situations to try to get more messages from Spirit. Spirit is letting us know that it's possible that this Emperor and this Queen of Cups were involved in a workplace affair. Tell us more, Spirit, about this Queen of Cups and this Emperor. They spent what? Probably a lot of time, because it has already been revealed that they worked hard. So they spent a lot of time working hard. Probably try to steal this gift, this house, this insurance policy, and this inheritance, and a gift that was promised to the collective. Thank you, Spirit. This Queen of Cups is experiencing a repo, and this Emperor. They both experiencing repo, which means that before you can experience a repo in the 3D, you experience a repo in the 5D, which means that both of these people, the Emperor and the Queen of Cups, are both intuitive people. That means that they're probably going to be losing their gifts in the 5D. That's going to trickle down to the 3D, where they are going to be losing their houses. They're going to be losing their jobs. They're going to be losing their cars, and they possibly may be losing their kids. We have monitoring spirits in the energy, and we have them looking stupid for trying to come against the collective. So Spirit is letting us know that they watching us, but they looking stupid doing this. Okay? They looking real stupid doing this. We have pain at the bottom of the deck on the second card in the second row. That means that this Emperor and this Queen of Cups are obviously experiencing some kind of pain. It could be possibly because their finances are getting hit. It could be possibly because they are actually experiencing something going on with their physical health. They could possibly be experiencing pain because they are losing their gifts. They can possibly be experiencing pain because they're spending too much time watching the collective, and they could possibly be experiencing pain because their image is tarnished, because they are definitely looking stupid. Okay? Tell us more, Spirit. Stranger. It could be possible that this Emperor could be a stranger. But project is in the energy, and big ego is in the energy, which is definitely, those are definitely narcissistic terminology, because narcissistic people, they do project their feelings onto other people, and they definitely do not operate out of spirit. They operate out of ego. And this person could be the people, and there are people in the energy that possibly are strangers to the collective, but at any rate, they are definitely under judgment. They are under punishment. Okay? So they definitely are being punished. They definitely are experiencing self-loathing, and they definitely are headed for destruction for ignoring the call of the gifts that they had in their life. Instead of using their gifts for good, they decided to use their gifts for evil. So they definitely are under punishment. This punishment is that they're experiencing karma. Okay? Because number 8 is definitely karma. Love. Spirit saying, through this deceptive plot to love yourself, turn pain into power. That's what Spirit is saying. Use this love, send them love, turn this pain into power. Tell us more, Spirit, about this 8 of Wands. Tell us more about this 8 of Wands, Spirit. They exposed. They're being exposed. It's like those clothes. They work together. Ruthlessly. They work together ruthlessly. If you want to keep a secret, you first must keep it from yourself. Okay? So these people, these two, this Emperor and this Queen of Cups, they have secrets. The secret is that whatever they was doing, okay, it might have something to do with these kids that's been in the energy, okay, because apparently they may have been siphoning energy from children and this community of people, this church called Coven, the Eastern Stars, the Masons, this community that they work with, along with this family. And they obviously were clout chasers because they were, oh, that says frame. Okay, so obviously they were clout chasers because that has been in the energy. But they was playing games, and now they trying to frame somebody. They could be trying to frame this stranger. They could be trying to frame the collective. But anytime that you're playing games and you're not being for real, it's definitely not going to be a good turnout. Okay, so before we move into the third row, we're going to interpret the second row. And then we're going to jump back in with the tarot to try to clarify the second row. Okay, so we have this Emperor and this Queen of Cups. They currently are experiencing a loss, okay? Loss of their spiritual gifts, loss of their jobs, because obviously this was a workplace affair. So maybe the stranger may be told about what they were doing. Maybe the stranger was the monitoring spirit. And now as a result of their endeavors of whatever they were trying to juggle, okay, which is probably the collective. They wanted the collective to participate in a third-party relationship using deception of a courtship, and to make the collective to lose their mind and possibly self-sabotage themselves. Now, as a result, they looking stupid, okay? And they experiencing pain from this loss of losing everything. They operated out of ego and narcissistic energy, which is pretty much devil energy. That is the reason why they're being punished. Spirit saying, send them love and light and turn pain into power from these people who was playing games, and they trying to frame the collective, because being that love came out on this, if you want to keep a secret, first you must keep it from yourself. Spirit saying, love yourself for these people that are playing games, because they're trying to frame the collective for something, or either they're trying to frame the stranger for something. So pretty much they looking for somebody to frame, so they can cast the attention off of themselves onto someone else. So we're going to use a new deck to see if we get any of the repeated messages. At the bottom of the new deck, we have the Seven of Pentacles, which means, once again, the Spirit is clarifying that this Queen of Cups and this Emperor, they worked hard. They definitely worked hard at whatever they tried to do. Excuse me, my voice is cracking. Spirit, help me get through this. What else, Spirit? Okay. Spirit, didn't waste no time about popping that out. We got the Ten of Swords. So these people obviously have been causing betrayals, okay, to these strangers. They causing painful endings and betrayal to these strangers and to each other, okay, probably to this community of this church cult sex coven and the Freemasons and the Eastern Stars. And it has also been revealed that the Illuminati is also in the collective's energy. Now they want to come rushing in with an offer. With the Knight of Swords, they want to come rushing in. With a message, which is an offer. They feel disconnected. Tell us more about this stranger, Spirit, who's under punishment, and this Queen of Cups, and this Emperor, and this community. Now they want to plan ahead. They want to plan for the future, okay? They planning for something for the future, okay? Looks like somebody was being sneaky in the collective's energy. They try to use deception and betrayal, like I was saying, to try to accomplish their goals, while the collective is moving on to calmer waters. And we got the Seven of Swords and all these swords out here, okay? That lets me know that they in their feelings. They in their feelings. okay? Because that's a lot of swords. That's a lot of swords, okay? That means that these people, they're probably going insane, okay? They experiencing some type of mental anguish, okay? Because that's a lot of swords, and swords represent, let me see, air, if I'm not mistaken, which means that that's communication. That's where the betrayal comes in. They possibly could have been using word magic, okay? Because Witchcraft 101 is word magic, okay? What you send out into the universe is pretty much what you get back, okay? So they were using this betrayal and trying to plan something for the future. And whatever they was trying to plan involved some type of secret. Whatever they were planning involved some type of secret. Tell us more about this secret, Spirit. They want to come rushing in. We got this card popped out in reverse, which means that they definitely don't want to be fair, okay? They definitely selfish, okay? They got unpaid debts. That's the reason why they're having everything repoed, okay? They one-sided charity, like I said, they don't want to be fair. They want to tip the scales. They want to have the wheel of fortune turn in their favor, okay? And with this juggling, which is the Two of Pentacles that came out on the Queen of Cups, on the Two of Pentacles actually came out on the punishment card, which means that they were juggling something, and they were using deception and along with the illusion of a courtship to try to make the collective appear to be crazy or either self-sabotage. And they was doing all this for power and dominion. As a result, they're under judgment. They're under judgment for trying to steal energy. And they were passionate about this. They were passionate about trying to steal energy. Or either they want to come rushing in with sexual energy. They could possibly be under judgment for wanting to rush in with sexual energy. Okay, so we're going to interpret this third row, and then we're going to clarify with the Kipper. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to go back and summarize the entire reading. Okay? So, on the third row, we have this Queen of Wands and this Emperor were involved in a lot of betrayals. And I believe that this betrayal that they were involved in has something to do with this community that they were associated with. This community being a church sex cult coven, the Freemasons, the Eastern Stars, and the Illuminati. Okay? Okay? They worked hard in trying to do this. Okay? And now they want to come rushing in with an offer that they're planning for the future to work in their favor. But with the Six of Wands being on the cut of the Two of Wands card is that the collective is moving on to calmer waters while they are constantly in a cycle of betrayals. Okay, now they don't want to be fair. Okay, and they want to come rushing in with sexual energy, and they want to be passionate about this. Okay, but Spirit is telling us, even though they want to come rushing in with a dirty offer, they don't want to be fair about it. They want the scales to turn out in their favor. So it's going to be a one-sided offer. Spirit said that they was going to reveal the truth, and that's the truth. They want to come rushing in with an offer, but it's a dirty offer because collective don't want this offer, first of all, and they not being fair about the offer anyway. But that's the plans that they're trying to make for the future. So we have a mature male in the energy. This mature male has been in the energy. Tell us more about this Queen of Cups that's experiencing the loss of her gifts and causing betrayals. And this betrayals that they're causing, it's going to be an ending to that. Spirit is letting us know. With this 10 being on that card, that means that they are experiencing finality. Their pathways is headed, their plans is headed for judgment, and also it's headed for judgment. Tell us more, Spirit, about this first row. Tell us more about this first row, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. They worked hard. Once again, this Queen of Cups and this Emperor worked hard about this sudden wealth and trying to cause a fake marriage, or either they are in a marriage. This Queen of Cups and this Emperor are possibly married. Or either they wanted to use the illusion of a marriage in order to steal something. Steal a gift, a house, an insurance policy, and an inheritance from the collective. Maybe that's the secret. That's the secret. And they didn't want to be fair about it. Now they're fighting each other. They're under punishment. This Emperor and this Queen of Cups are under punishment along with these strangers who were planning to come in with a dirty offer. Possibly of marriage. Tell us more, Spirit. Tell us more about this second route. These people that are under judgment and that are being punished. They're trying to make plans for the future, Spirit. They got a secret. The secret is they don't want to be fair. They in their thoughts. They worked hard. Thank you, Spirit. About this house. They worked hard about this house. There's a main male about this house. They try to use courtship, okay, to paint an illusion to the collective. So they can steal this house. Tell us more, Spirit. Tell us more about this secret. They're going to prison. For being false people. for being fake and phony. The main female going to prison, along with this false person, this emperor, and this Queen of Cups. They were false people. They headed for prison. The main female is this Queen of Cups, who worked hard. She could possibly be a seamstress. If this is my ex, then I know she is a seamstress. Okay, so let's interpret this third row. Try to clean this up a little bit. Okay, so we got a Queen of Cups and an Emperor, okay, who were involved in a lot of betrayal that they worked hard for, okay. We got a mature male who is this Emperor, okay, who were trying to steal this sudden wealth, okay. They want to come, they planning to come rushing in with a dirty offer of possible marriage, okay, but Spirit is saying that they don't want to be fair. They're trying to steal this house, okay? So Spirit is letting us know that it's a main male and a main female that's involved with stealing this house, because house came out. That's what they're trying to plan for. They're planning in the future. This main male and this main female, okay, are planning to steal this house from the collective. They're planning to steal this house by coming in with the 4 Cups offer, which is a dirty offer, but they don't plan on being fair about this dirty offer, okay? Because the 7 of Pentacles came out on this card right here, which is the betrayal card, where they cause a lot of betrayals, because each one of those swords mean a betrayal, which is causing them to be in mental conflict about these betrayals. That's the reason why they're fighting these strangers, and they're being punished, and they're losing their gifts. Okay, now they want to come rushing in with a dirty offer. That's what they're planning for, but they don't want to be fair about it because they're trying to steal this house. Okay, this main female and this main male, okay, they false people. But as a result of them being punished and under judgment, they're going to jail. So we're going to go back and try to summarize the message, and then we're going to close out. So we have, first of all, the Spirit saying that everything that's out here right now is the truth, with the Ace of Swords being on the bottom of the deck on the Queen of Cups card. Okay, the Queen of Cups is supposedly a nurturing person, but Spirit is revealing things about this Queen of Cups and this Emperor, okay, with the 7 of Pentacles, because they worked hard for whatever it is that they don't want no light shed on the situation. I just charged that light up, literally. I literally just charged that light up. So it's funny that the light went out, where if you want to keep a secret, you must keep a secret from yourself first. They don't want no light shed on this situation. They don't want light shed on this situation that they worked hard for to try to steal this house. Being deceptive. This Queen of Cups and this Emperor, they both were jugglers, okay? And they possibly could have been juggling these strangers, okay? By catfishing people online, using chat lines and group chats to recruit people for these sex rituals, okay? To participate in trying to defame the character of the collective and to make the collective appear to be crazy, so they can use this false POA in this court to try to steal this house, this estate, this insurance policy, and also a gift that was promised to the collective. Okay, so as a result, they are being punished. And now they're fighting amongst each other, okay, with the 5 of Wands, clarifying the 8 of Wands, okay. They definitely fighting each other. They definitely are experiencing delays and frustration for what they tried to do in stealing this house, Okay? While the collective is resting during this time, because Spirit is fighting this battle for the collective, and because of this frustration and these delays and that they're experiencing for trying to steal this house, they in regret. These two, this Emperor and this Queen of Cups, obviously had a workplace affair, okay? They are watching the collective, okay? But they looking real stupid doing this because these strangers are probably exposing these people for what they tried to do. As a result, they're losing their spiritual gifts in the 5D, and they're also going to be losing their monetary possessions in the 3D. I'm talking about like their house, their cars, their children, their jobs. They're losing everything. They're experiencing pain. This Emperor and this Queen of Cups and these strangers that participate in this plot against the collective, and they operated in narcissistic energy, okay, which is devil energy. They operate out of ego, and they're using projection to try to control the collective, using deception and manipulation to try to control the collective and these strangers to try to keep this secret. Spirit is telling us, send them love and light, and to grow from this, because these people are playing games and they're trying to frame the collective. But Spirit is saying, turn pain into power. Okay? So the Seven of Pentacles came out on these people trying to cause betrayals to these strangers and to probably each other and to this community of the Illuminati, the Eastern Stars, the Masons, this family, and this church sex cult coven. We have the Knight of Swords came out on the cut of all this betrayal, which means that they're planning to come rushing in with a dirty offer of possibly marriage. And this is something that they worked hard for, and they want to do this because they want to steal a house. But with this offer that they want to come rushing in, Spirit is telling us that it's a dirty offer because they really don't want to be fair about it. While the collective is moving on to calmer waters, they still involved in betrayal. They still planning betrayal of not being fair to try to steal this house. They're being deceptive about it because they're false people and they're working real hard to try to steal this house. As a result, they're under judgment and they want to come rushing in with passionate sexual energy. That's what they're planning to do. Spirit said don't fall for it because they don't want to really be fair, because they're using deception by being false. We know that there's a mature male. This mature male is probably the main person behind all of this. But there's this main female and the main male, which is the Emperor and the Queen of Cups. They want to come in with a deceptive offer for marriage in order to steal sudden wealth in this house that they worked hard for using deception to try to steal this house. Clarified by the mature male, main male, main female house being all around this. As a result, they go into prison. They're under punishment and they're under judgment. They're under punishment in the 5D and the 3D. They're going to be imprisoned in the 5D and in the 3D. They're consistently watching the collective. And they still operating out of devil energy, because the least that they could do is to try to redeem themselves, but they're not thinking about, they're not planning on redeeming themselves. They're planning on staying in this devil energy along with this group of strangers to try to keep this secret a secret that they're working real hard for, to try to steal this house and causing betrayals amongst these two, the Emperor and the Emperor the Emperor and the Queen of Cups in this group of strangers. That's it for now. If Spirit moves me to come in and deliver another message, I will. As for now, you can, if you like, you can support the channel at Cash App, Priority K1. This will allow me to constantly make more improvements to the channel so I can deliver clear and concise messages. If this video resonated with you, please like and share the video. It's important, if you watch this video all the way to the end, that you press that like button. That way you don't mess up the algorithm for yourself and for this channel. If you watch this video all the way to the end and you do not like the video, you will mess up the algorithm for your channel and mine. So I thank you in advance for watching the video all the way to the end. I thank you in advance for supporting the channel. And I thank you in advance for liking and sharing the video. Until the next time we meet and greet, and I come back to drop some more gems on you from Spirit, take care of each other. Ashe.